Today's topic, how to trust your boyfriend. Today I want to show you how you can finally trust your boyfriend. How you can make sure that you don't sabotage the relationship because of jealousy that's not based in reality. And before I want to share the specific tips with you that allow you to trust your boyfriend even more, or let's say to trust him at all, I want you to ask yourself the most important question of all. And this question already has the power to eradicate all your jealousy, all your fear, and all your anxiety when it comes to your inability, and after you've asked yourself the question, your ability to trust your boyfriend. Ask yourself, has he ever given me a reason to not trust him? I still remember at the beginning of the relationship with my wonderful girlfriend, I used to be, I wouldn't say very jealous, but I had my trust issues that were based in trauma that I then overcame. But in the beginning, when I was in this process of trusting her and of allowing her to gain my trust, I often had these images in my mind of her being with another guy, of her doing something that would break my trust. And then at some point I just asked myself, hey, wait a minute, Sebastian, wait a minute. Did she ever give me a reason to not trust her? Because these images in my head, they weren't based in reality. They were just images. There was no point in time when my girlfriend did something that, logically speaking, led to me, or let's say should lead to me not trusting her. The opposite is actually true. I mean, in one instance, she, for example, showed me a Facebook conversation with a guy who was hitting on her, and she then said, I'm sorry, I have a boyfriend. So she showed me with her behavior, with the way she acted, that I can trust her. But at the same time, I always had this jealousy, until I asked myself, has she ever given me a reason not to trust her? And I want to invite you right now to ask yourself the exact same question with your boyfriend. Has he ever given me a reason to not trust him? And then you might realize in an instant that all these images in your head are just images. Maybe he never gave you any reason to mistrust him, but you just mistrust him because the images that are created in your mind through your fear and your anxiety and your worry and your fear of abandonment, these images are torturing you, and they might even destroy your relationship, even though they are not based in any reality. And this question alone, has he ever given me a reason to not trust him, can help you to trust your boyfriend so much. And then find out why his last relationship failed. I mean, if he tells you, or let's say if you find out through a friend or maybe through his ex-girlfriend, that he cheated on his ex-girlfriend 5 times, and that's why the relationship failed, then you might want to be careful. However, that doesn't mean that people can't change. And that's something where a lot of my Skype coaching clients now say, Sebastian, how can you say that? I truly believe that people can change. That doesn't mean that you should be naive and say, he did that in the past, he won't do it again. That's not what I mean. If you find out that his relationship ended because of serial cheating or because of cheating at all, then you should be careful. You should have your eyes open and your ears open. But at the same time, you shouldn't make the mistake and plead him guilty for something that he did in the past that he might not do with you. So always differentiate between the past and between the relationship that you have, because people can change. They not always change, but they can change. So keep your eyes open, keep your ears open, and then you'll find out the truth. But when, of course, there's something in his past where you can say, that's a little bit fishy, I don't know, then you should be careful. And ask him personal questions about his job and his life and see how he reacts. Is he open to share his life with you? Is he excited to share his life with you? Or let's say to share facts about his life with you. If you're meeting a man, or let's say if you're in a relationship with a man and you ask him about his career and he says something like, I'm working there and in this area, and he makes up all kinds of excuses to not tell you any details, no matter in which area of his life, then I would say this man is not trustworthy. But if he shares facts about about his life with you, if he might even tell you about his past, about his experiences, about his fears, then you know that this man is open to sharing something about himself. And this is a sign that you can trust this man. But be very careful when a man demands trust. It's okay when a guy asks you, do you trust me? I mean, I also asked that my girlfriend in the past, hey, do you trust me? Because I wanted to know if she already gained trust to me or not. But if a man says, you have to trust me, or you must trust me, or if he blames you whenever you don't trust him, then you have to be careful. For example, when my girlfriend in the beginning was a little bit jealous, just like I was a little bit jealous, I mean, we both had to overcome some fears or some insecurities from the past, which is okay. Everybody's on their own unique journey. Everybody has to do their own healing. And in this situation, I always did my best to make her feel safe. But not once did I say, you have to trust me because... or if you don't trust me, this means you don't love me. I've never done that. Instead, I made her feel safe. I asked her questions. I reassured that she can trust me. But if a guy blames you for not trusting him, or if a guy says you must trust me without giving you any reason to trust him, then you have to be careful. And please don't make the popular mistake that so many of my Skype coaching clients make. And by the way, if you want to book a Skype coaching session with me, and you want to share all the nitty-gritty details with me that allow me to give you specific advice that's specifically tailored to your relationship and to your boyfriend, then you can click on the second link in the description, or you can go to gethimkeephim.com/Skype. And one of the popular mistakes that my Skype coaching clients make before they started working with me is that they assume that all men are like the one guy who betrayed them. And this is so dangerous, because this might lead to you sabotaging a wonderful relationship, or let's say a relationship that could become a wonderful relationship, just because you assume every man is like that. Always be careful with the generalization of every and all. Just like some men believe that all women are a certain way and that's why they mistrust women, a lot of women believe that all men are a certain way and that's why they mistrust men. And I get it. If you've been betrayed in the past, it's harder for you to trust your boyfriend. I totally get it. But at the same time, I don't want you to make this mistake that you sabotage a promising relationship just because you assume that all men are like the one guy who betrayed you. The man you are dating right now might be the most empathetic and the most supportive guy that you could possibly meet. And if you then get stuck in this mindset that he's just like the other guy in the past who betrayed me, then you might sabotage an incredible relationship. Instead, I want you to live and experience this amazing relationship, and maybe this is the guy who you will end up marrying. And that's why you should make this guy devoted to you. And if you want to find out how you can make any man so devoted to you that he won't even look at other women, and that you as a result don't ever have to ask yourself, do I trust him or not? Because you know that you can trust him, because you know that he's 100% loyal to you. Then you can click on the first link in the description or go to gethimkeephim.com/devoted and watch this video till the very end to find out how you can make him devoted to you. And then allow the trust in your relationship to develop slowly. Nobody expects you to trust immediately. Get to know him, find out who he is, find out who his friends are, and make a deal. And now this might sound like a weird advice, but it works so well, at least for me and my girlfriend in our relationship. Make a deal that you always send each other a good night text when you are physically apart. And by physically apart, I mean that when there's a distance between you and him, when he's, for example, on a business trip, or you are on a business trip, or you are traveling to your family, or he's traveling with friends, always send each other a good night text right before you go to bed. Why is this so important? Or let's say, why is this so effective? Because in so many relationships, one partner then asks, where are you? Where are you? What do you do? Where do you go? Where are you right now? And then, of course, the other person feels stalked. The other person feels that there is mistrust, and this alone can sabotage a relationship. So instead of going there and always asking, where are you? What do you do? Who are you with? Instead of doing that, just promise each other that at the end of the day, If you are in different cities, in different countries, in different places, just send each other a quick goodnight text so that you both know you are safe, you are home, and everything is okay. And then ask yourself, are his friends trustworthy? You are the average of the people you associate with. And yes, that's not only true for you, but also for me and every other human being. And if all his friends are drunk maniacs who cheat on their girlfriends and who do shady stuff, I mean, why is he friends with them? Be careful when you observe how his friends react and interact. There's a high chance that he's very similar in his beliefs and his values as his friends. And then observe how he reacts when you share bad news and emotional pain with him. Does he show empathy? Does he try to help you? Is he there for you? This means that this man is trustworthy. And then maybe the most important question of all you should ask yourself, is he consistent? Does he give his best to make the relationship work? Has he always proved to you that you can trust him? Do you have the feeling that he really wants you and the relationship with you? Consistency is a great sign of trustworthiness. So when he's consistent with you and in your relationship, there's a high chance that you can trust your boyfriend. And if you make him devoted to you, then you don't even have to worry about him looking at other women or sleeping with other women. And if you want to find out how you can make him devoted to you, then you can click on the first link in the description or go to gethimkeephim.com/devoted. That's gethimkeephim.com/devoted. And now at the end of this wonderful, at least I hope you consider it wonderful episode, I would like to ask you to subscribe. I would love to have you as a subscriber. I would love to have you as a part of the Get Him Keep Him community, the Get Him Keep Him family. So yes, that would really mean a lot to me. And if you enjoyed watching this video, if you liked it, please give it a big thumbs up and leave a comment in the comment section below. Share your opinion, share your thoughts. I would love to hear from you. And I would love it even more if you would hit the subscribe button and smash that notification bell so that you get notified whenever I release a new video for you. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video.